Hello! In this episode, I am going to share the mistake most experts make before they write a course, give a talk, or write a book. Because these are, let's take a look at them. This is the expert trifecta, and it's the three things that most experts are thinking about doing when they're thinking, I'm fed up of serving one-to-one. My time and workload is like unmanageable, basically. I was going to say something else, but I thought best not to. And so they're beginning to think about, well, do I want an online course? Or is it a membership? In my world, we just look at that dependent on your business and the nature and the topic as to whether it's an online course or membership. They both have pros and cons. But as an expert, they're probably thinking like, oh, that's the next step. If I no longer want to serve one-to-one, what do I want to do? Well, what I do want to do is have more time. Yes, more time. That's what I want. More time in my world. So I know I'm going to create a course. Or they might go, I'm quite a writer. I do like writing. So I've got a great way with words. So I'm going to write a book. Yes, I'm going to write the book. Oh, but they're not really sure what their expertise is. What is their thing? What is their slant? What is their angle? So, they're stopping that. Then they come up with the idea, I know, I'll give a talk. That way I can be in front of many people who will just love me and everything, and they'll just want everything I do. Kind of thumbs up, kind of not. Because you see, the mistake is when we're going through the expert brain and the process of going, right, yeah, I want to leave behind over here. I want to leave behind this chaos, this working 9 till 5, being at the beck and call of all my clients. But I don't want to leave behind the money. I still need income. But how do I get over here to this expert trifecta where you are running an online course? You might have a business book. You might be making transformational talks. How do I get here when I'm stuck over here doing all this firefighting and working nonstop, so I'm not feeling like I'm getting anywhere with my business? Well, the mistake most experts make at this point is they just go whoop from here and they leap. They just go, yeah, I'm going to do a course. But there's some really, really essential grounding work that we need to do. So as an expert, let me just take off the trifecta for the moment. So as an expert, it's, you're full of ideas. You are not short of ideas. But what you need to do before you start working into courses, into books, into talks, is to work out what it is you want to talk about, what you want to write about, what you want to teach about. And this is normally where most people struggle because they go, I'm a generalist. I can do all sorts of things. So I know I'm going to create hundreds of little courses because I've got lots of different ideas and I'm going to put loads of ideas out there. But then for the client, they don't really know. You are a generalist. You're doing a bit of everything. And for that person to come to your page and just see this huge variety of things that you do, it makes them sigh. It makes them run away. If you've got more than a choice of 3, it's a well-known fact that we go into overwhelm of choice and we end up buying nothing. So if you do have many, many products out there, you need superb, and I mean superb, sales funnels. It is so important to funnel your people and segment your audience when you've got multiple offers, because otherwise they will run away scared. But let's backtrack. Let's just go back a little and think about it again. But what are all those courses about? What's your thing? What's the thing you actually want to get known for? So I call this the gravitational idea, or more specifically, your sun statement. So this is the statement that brings together the ideas. It gives a foundation, a grounding of everything you do in your business, from creating those offers, the talks, the online courses, the books. Everything needs to start with understanding what is this central piece. So when I bring back up the expert trifecta again, can you see right in the middle is the S? Okay, it's my brand logo S, but that also stands for what's your signature solution? What is it that people come to you for, that they see you as a specialist in? What do you really help them do and achieve? What's that transformation that you can help them with? Because without knowing what this central tenet is and getting really clear on this, and quick tip, to get clear, you will need to talk to people, because it's when we're explaining ideas, when we're trying to communicate our ideas, that we get clearer on our ideas ourselves. But you don't want the first time you're communicating that idea being here. You don't want to start with being on a big stage, talking to lots of people. You want to start with one-to-one conversations. And that is just so important. So the mistake most experts make before they write a course, give a talk, write a book, is they're not having enough conversations. They're not having enough connections with their clients. They're not leaning in and seeing, what do I really want and what do I stand for? What's my flag in the sand that I'm putting here and going, this is me, this is what I believe in, these are my values, and this is what I'm going to speak about. I'm going to get so specialist in this area that you're going to want to work with me, because I can help you get there fast. A generalist these days, it doesn't cut it so much, is people go to see a specialist. Think about doctors. We go and see the GP, who's like the top of the funnel. And the top of the funnel in this sense is we're up here and you see the GP, and the GP then works out, well, which specialist do you then need to see? And then the specialist will deal with the problem, whether it's a neurologist, a cardiologist, or someone else in the specialist field. But if you're wanting to speak on stages, write books, talk on, what's the other one? Yeah, create a course. Sorry, I'm like, got to get it sorted. But hey, we've got to get your idea out there. So my question for you is, what is that central idea for your business that the rest of your business runs off, and that your clients need to believe for them to work with you? That they need to believe this is of utmost need recognition, and it brings in that piece of urgency, desire. I want to get this done now, and it's where can you go with that? So at the end of the day, most experts, they don't have clarity. They don't have clarity in their business because they don't really know what they're about. They don't really know what their course should be on. They don't really know what their book should be about or their talk. And when people come to me, this is where I start. I start right in the middle. We look at what is that core piece that is the backbone of your business. It's your signature solution. And only once we've worked that out can we package up your offer suite, whether that includes online courses, retreats, memberships. There's a lot that we can dig down into. For ease of the expert trifecta, I've just got an online course. It's covering all of that. But if you then want to write a book, rather than do a course, as being that little disciple, as John Maxwell calls it, a book is a great disciple that goes out ahead of you and shares your theories and ideas. And the process of writing a book, the process of creating an online course, the creation of a transformational talk, all of these, you need to know what your signature solution is. If you don't know what that is, none of these elements will work, and you'll just end up in this downward spin of overwhelm, confusion, too much going on, and you will be creating those 1,000,001 different things which no one consumes. And the million reasons why is they're like, well, you're a jack of all trades. I don't want a jack of all trades. Online, I can go straight in to who I want. And that is why we need specialists. And that is why, without clarity, you're not going to grow your business as an expert online, because you need to stand out on the one thing that you get known for. So let's just backtrack and let me quote a very famous example of what you get known for. Simon Sinek. What's he known for? You said it in your head, didn't you? You know it. It's find your why. That's the backbone to his business. Does he do more than help people find their why? Undoubtedly, in his consultancy services, it's mentoring. Behind the scenes, absolutely. But he's starting with the why, because that is the entry point to making sure that people have that motivation, energy, and connection. Let's take someone else. Mel Robbins. What do you know Mel Robbins for? The 5-second rule. She rejigged a whole business based on the fact that she lent in at the end of the TED Talk that she gave, where she gave 16 minutes of a very good presentable TED Talk, but nobody remembers that. They remember the last minute where she had a slide that she kind of forgot about as well, and went, oh, I forgot about this, but this is the 5-second rule. And what happened is that TED Talk, it just blew up, and people leapt on the 5-second rule. They're like, I can get behind that. I can do that. That's possible for me. That was her signature solution. Shall I give you another one? Play along. James Clear. What's he known for? Atomic Habits. Again, that's his signature solution. Atomic Habits is changing the 1% so you can make exponential difference and changes in your business. And how do you do this? You do it by making specific changes and focus every day and creating atomic habits. So these 3 famous examples, and I could go through lots and lots of these, but these are all their signature solution. It's something really, really simple that they need to understand to work with them. You need to be on board with that and go, yes, I want to find my why. I want to do the 5-second rule. I want to get productive. I want atomic habits. All these things, can you see how they bring in a desire? The backbone of my business, my signature solution, is what I'm talking about. It's how to package your signature solution. Because without it, you can't get into this expert trifecta. And it's a great place to be, but unless you know and you've got clarity on what you're doing, why you're doing it for, how to package it up succinctly, then you can do any of these things. Because actually, you don't want to do a transformational talk unless you've got something that people can buy to come further into your world. And that's not likely to be one-to-one mentoring, because you're not a time lord. There's only so much time we have. But if you've got something that people can download, you can have millions of people download that, and it's fine. The online course, when we work out the modules and what you're going to be serving in that, is really, really similar to creating a business book. The business book is pretty much the same as the online course, but it's normally a bit of a bigger picture view. It gives a few more case studies, it gives the whys. But a really good business book is going to link you directly to say, hey, come along and take my online course. And the online course is then going to dive far more into the how rather than the why and the what, which tends to be more within a business book. So are you making this mistake? Are you thinking, or have you tried already and you don't know what is your signature solution? You're not really understanding what that is. Well, if you're finding this useful and you'd like to know, let me just pull up that what I've got here is the Expert Business Scorecard. Now, if you hold your phone up at this or go to susannaray.com/expert, then what you'll find is a free scorecard. It takes under 4 minutes and it will show you exactly, one, whether you've got what it takes to be successful in your business. That's always good to know. Do you have what it takes? 2, where you should focus right now in your business. So if you've got this dream of moving to online courses, memberships, writing books, speaking on stages, let's see where you need to focus right now and what that needs to look like. Again, this scorecard will do that for you. It's free and it only takes a few minutes. And lastly, it will show you where you are on this journey as well and where your focus points are for that. Because the extra mistake that a lot of experts make is they run before they can walk, and there are some things we need in place to knock down those bigger goals and really achieve those. So if you've enjoyed this, then hit subscribe, come back. I'm producing videos on the regular. This is the free resource section of my world. So you can get to know me, and then if you want to come and get the direct support to create your signature solution or your online course, or how to do the multitude of things you need to raise your expert visibility online, then you'll have my email, because when you sign up, you'll come on into my list, and if you reply, I respond to everyone directly. I look forward to hearing your comments as to which is your big goal. Let me just pull it up one last time. There we go. Are you looking to create courses, memberships, retreats, events maybe, or do transformational talks, or write a business book? What's on your sort of big legacy list? What's it going to be? Let me know. See you in the next episode.